sometimes think with an independent artist, a lot of people let the real pressure get to them, and it's like, I've got to contact all these blogs, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, when in actual fact, you don't have to do that. It all helps get exposure and stuff like that, and it's good. But at the same time, I worry sometimes that people lose the enjoyment for the music because they're too caught up in the rat race, so to speak, and you end up like, you write a release and then suddenly you've got 8 weeks or something until it's out, and the time after that promoting it, and it's just like a circle of admin and writing emails and doing all the rest of it, and I don't think it's that fun. Has that contributed to kind of how you're out of the game at the moment, Origin, as in you're not kind of releasing anything new for the time being? And same to Deblocka, do you feel like, because I'm the same, I feel like I need more hours in the day to get all my music stuff done. I could do it for hours every night if I had the time. But do you find that it's like there's so much time spent on admin and stuff that you actually don't have as much time to just enjoy the music?
I'll let our guest go first.
Thanks very much.
Sorry, I know it was a bit of a confusing...
I was meant to go Origin Crxss. Well, yeah, no, you're right. Like I said, there's not enough hours in the day, and it can turn into a grind if you let it turn into a grind. So I think what you've got to do to check yourself is you've got to realise you're not EMI, you're not BMG, and you're not any of the major labels. And look, I had this chat with someone before Christmas, so we were talking about it, we were talking about Ultra High and all the work that had gone in behind it. And my mate said to me, you know what, if you didn't have to do all that work, if you just had to do the music, how many people will be doing all those other chores? And I worked it out, because some of those tasks, it wouldn't be one person doing it, it would be maybe a team of 2 people or 3 people doing it. And then, at the bare minimum, if people were doubling up, I worked out that it'd be something like 25 people doing the work that as solo artists we got to do. And that's being generous. It's probably more like 35, 40 people head count that would be doing all that. If you include people that you'd have in the studios, the guy to make the cup of tea, the recording engineer, the mixing engineer, mastering engineer, singer-songwriter, yours truly. And then you add into that the marketing guys, the art guys doing artwork. You add in the PR guys, the radio pluggers, the guys that are doing that work for you, setting up interviews, sending the emails, and then dealing with distributors and whatnot. So when you add all that up, it turns into a very big team very quickly. So as a solo artist, you do have to kind of check yourself and give yourself a pat on the back and go, you know what, I'm doing the work of Trojan work here of 30 to 40 people, and I've got a great CV at the end of it. If I ever want to go for another role, or I want to go for a role in the music industry, I can say, yeah, I worked for XZY Records, and this is all the jobs I did, and these are the releases I worked on, and this is how many thousands of plays they got. So that's the way I view it. I mean, for myself, there would be extra work as well, like with the video work as well, be it doing lyric videos or doing work within Grand Theft Auto, be it a performance video or a concept video, like in Ultra. So you look at all the people that will be involved in that as well, and it all adds up very quickly.
You can put in as much time as you can, really. It's bottomless. But that's why I always think these days I'll congratulate an artist on the release. I'll say congratulations on your release, just because it's like it's an achievement just to put something out there. And what do you think about that, Origin?
Yeah. I was actually kind of confused why people say congratulations on your release. I'm like, that's the easy part, putting it out, because that's $30 bucks a year and uploading. Everything else is harder. Getting it done and then getting it to people is hard. Just putting it out is the easy part in my mind. I mean, I put so much time into it, but also at the same time, I put so much money into it. Just mixing, because, like I said, I come to the realization that there's somebody that can mix better than I can. And mixing for me is like, it's so interesting, right? Because you can go down rabbit hole of all these things that you can do with the song, and you want to try to do with the song, and you want to try to see if this works better than that. But it takes so long because you're not a professional at it, right? And even though I kind of enjoy being able to work and tweak and do all these things to some audio, to an idea, that takes me longer than any other part of the process. And that's not the part that I'm most interested in doing, right? So if I write a song in a day, record it in a day, and then I'm spending a week mixing it, more or less, who knows, right? That is a lot more time than if I record a song in a day, or write it in a day, record it in a day, send it to Tay Jacobs, because he was awesome, send it to him, and get the song back in a week of his time while I can still work on the next thing, or I can spend that time with family or doing whatever it is that I have to do. Because like you said, there's not enough time in a day.